Hey everyone, Connie here, and yeah, you can see the title. Welcome to my ranking of Hades characters based purely on how hot they are. I'm not joking here. So I've really gotten into the game Hades. For those who don't know, it's a roguelite that is just really, really good. Um, as a big fan of Greek mythology for pretty much most of my life, I really got into it, and it's just really fun to play. It's really addicting too. Um, I think I've got almost 50 runs currently. But today we are going to be, like I said, ranking every named, like, majorly known character in the game, um, and by specifically how attractive I find them. Because let's be honest, this game has been become kind of famous for how attractive the characters are. I mean, yes, it has great LGBTQ plus representation in it, and it's really fun. It's just a really great, well made game. But that's one of the things that a lot of people point out really quickly, that all these characters are really attractive. And so I'm going to rank them in accordance to how attractive I find them. And I've kind of like cut these down into like different like scales, like different sets. So this first set, we're gonna just start off right off the bat because I don't want this to take too long. But this first set is characters that it's like, why would anyone find these characters attractive? It would actually be really fucking weird if anyone found these characters attractive. So obviously, the first one in that category would be Cerberus. He's a dog. Yes, he's a three-headed hellhound, but he's a dog. It's like, why are you going to find him attractive? It's not even like an anthro character. So yeah, he is my lowest ranked character, as in there is no attraction there at all, and there really shouldn't be. But going up the list, again, we're going from the least attractive to the most attractive. The next one in the Y list is Chaos. Look at them. They are a mess. Like design wise, it fits Chaos. It's perfect. It's really fitting. But there, I can't find any reason to find anything that could be attractive about that. There's way too much going on. It's honestly, they're extremely creepy. They are really fucking creepy and weird, and it's like no. Next, though, we have Charon, and Charon's kind of in the same pool of chaos, but not as bad because he's a skeleton basically. He's basically a skeleton, a skeletal like guy, and there's just nothing about him that could really be seen as that attractive. Honestly, there's nothing about his character that's anything like that. I'll try to zoom in a little bit on these smaller pictures too, so you can see them a little better. um, and then there's Skelly. Pretty much the same reason for Charon, except Skelly actually has a little more personality and depth to his expressions and whatnot. So that puts him a little higher up for me. But again, it's like, just why would you be attracted to Skelly? I mean, he's funny, he's entertaining, but attractive? No. But then we go on to the list of characters who are just like, eh, I just don't really find them personally attractive. And so the first on that list, again, going up from least to most attractive, is Asterius. Um, I could see why some people would find him attractive. At least he's anthro, unlike Cerberus. So I could see it, but I personally just don't. It just, I just don't. Ares is pretty much the same. I don't get it. I don't see what it would be attractive about him. Really, it just it's not attract. He's not attractive to me. And same with Hades. Um, a lot more people, surprisingly so, that I found actually do find him attractive. Like they say, like Daddy Hades and stuff like that. It's like I don't get it. It's not like with some of the other ones before this, like in the past tier, where it's just like, why? What is wrong with you? No, this one is just like I just don't get. And the same kind of goes for Zeus here. Um, it's just, I guess maybe you could just say not my type, not my thing. And also the same with Poseidon. It's just they're not my kind of. I just don't find them attractive. But then we also have Tisiphone, and she's kind of borderline because it's like she has certain features to her that could be attractive, but then she's also creepy as fuck and has that skull-like face, and it's like, okay, that ruins it a little bit. But there's at least a little more there for me. Then we get into the characters who I get. Like I get that they're attractive, but I'm not super attracted to them personally. It's like, yeah, they're attractive. I do find them attractive. I'm just not personally super attracted to them. They're just kind of like, I guess you could say the meh tier. Everything below this was just kind of like the no, this is the meh tier. And we start with Theseus. Again, I can very much see why he would be found attractive. Very much so. I just, not quite there for me. Demeter is kind of the same way. I very much get it. A lot of people are very much into the older characters like that. Not as much my thing, personally. Um, but hey, I can at least see it with her. And then we get into Orpheus, and it's just like he's a little much for me in terms of design. It's just a little bit too much there. But again, I can start to grasp why these characters are found attractive. Uh, Pretty much the same with Sisyphus, except Sisyphus is definitely more upper part of this tier. He definitely you can see the more attractive features in his face and whatnot, and his muscles are a little different than most other characters. In terms of like he's definitely built for strength rather than like bodybuilding or something. So he's a little better with that. Then we get into the tier of characters like, yeah, I find these characters attractive for sure, and that starts with Athena. She's definitely, obviously, clearly not top tier. This is basically the center of the list. There's 30 characters total. She's the 15th, going from bottom to top. Um, I definitely see the attractiveness in her. Like some people might be a little like weirded out by the gray skin and everything, but it's like she's a Greek god. That doesn't really matter to me. I definitely like the facial features and just the specific build she has. It really works for me here. But there are definitely there's definitely some things about her that's just a little too stern looking for me. And on top of that, there's just other characters who just, in my opinion, outweigh her in every turn. Then we have Achilles. Again, definitely attractive, very much so. I like that he has the blonde hair, blue eyes look in this version. I definitely like his muscle definition, the long flowing hair, and everything. It's just, again, it's just one of those cases where maybe he could be a little better, a little more interesting in his design. And right above him is Patroclus, very fittingly so. Patroclus is a little higher than Achilles for me personally because he's more interesting in his design. I just find him he has kind of the similar muscle definition and whatnot to Achilles. He looks a little more sad and depressed in his character art here and everything, but in terms of like facial features and whatnot, there's more going on that. And honestly, I like his beard. Thanatos. Thanatos is one of the characters who a lot of people find really attractive. To me, he's attractive. He's just not up there as one of the top of the top. Um, he definitely has the attractive features. The outfit he's wearing helps with that as well. Um, and yeah, it's just like he's a really interesting character, but in terms of his just general look, it's like it leaves a little to be desired, just a little. Then we get into the characters, the tier of characters who not only do I find them attractive, I find them really attractive. And we start with Nyx. Nyx is pretty much the bottom of this tier because she's very edgy in her design. It's the one thing that just throws me off of the design personally. It's super like yeah, we get it. She's the embodiment of night and everything, but it's like we get it. She's the embodiment of night. You don't have to throw it in our faces. It's very blatant about it. It's like they really didn't hold anything back, and it's a little much for me. That's why it's not higher. That's why she's not higher on the list. But she is definitely very attractive. After her, or I guess technically above her, is Meg. Another one that people really like in the game. For me personally, again, there's just a lot more that I feel could be there. I love her outfit. Like her outfit's great. I love how certain characters like her and Thanatos both have like that one shoulder kind of like unclothed and stuff. It's like it's a really good look. Um, and it's kind of funny since both her and Thanatos are also implied to be Zagreus's exes. So it's like I think he has a type. um, but I love the top knot style ponytail. I love the outfit in general, the pose and everything. It's like she definitely has an attractiveness to her. She's definitely very attractive. And Zagreus, of course, like look at him. Again, it's kind of the same thing. He also kind of has that shoulder like out in his outfit as well. So I don't know. Maybe that's just a thing. But yeah, another one who's just very attractive. He has the nice facial features, nice uh, body definition and whatnot. Not much else to say. It's kind of just the same stuff there with him. But then we get into the characters I find to be extremely attractive. The ones who are like really up there. And we start with Artemis. Um, Not much else to say. I just find her really cute. Like she has this compared to some of the other Olympian gods are just characters in this game in general. She has a more like uh, just general cuteness to her instead of like a hotness. Um, she looks almost younger in terms of her general appearance and looks a lot more sprightly, which kind of fits with the hunter aesthetic she has going on. Like with the antlers on her crown and the fur around her neck, it's like it's a really good design that really accentuates her style and her focus as a character. The dress is really nice as well. It's just a really, really pretty dress. Above her, though, is Hermes. Uh, I guess you could say Hermes is kind of like my type when it comes to a lot of guys. Um, he's well built, but he's not overly so, like a lot of the characters, to be honest. Um, but he also has that like youthful, boyish face, the like short, like almost spiky hair and everything. I love the pose and everything, the way it accentuates the leg muscles specifically. Um, yeah, I just find him very attractive, extremely attractive. And above him is Electo, and this one might be a little bit of a weird one for some people, but yeah, I find Electo attractive, very attractive. Her design isn't too much different in terms of outfit from Meg, or really to Tiffany. Their outfits are pretty much the same, which makes sense. But the colors and everything, the spiked shoulder pads and all, and the facial expression just does it a little more for me than either of the other two, especially to Tiffany. She also seems to have a little more defined muscle than the other two does. Like, yeah, Meg and Tiffany clearly have muscle on them too, but hers is just a little more defined. You can see in the arm there. I love the purple lipstick. It really like accentuates her face and skin tone extremely well. And I love the hair. I love how spiky and anime it is. It's hilarious. um, and then we get to the characters who are like just top tier attractiveness. And at that point, we get to Persephone. Persephone was always kind of one of the characters I liked most in Greek myth, just from the bits and pieces I had heard through various stories and whatnot, and here and there. And this design really does it justice. I love how the top of the hair is like spiky, like you'd expect like a short hair or even just small, short mid length. But then she has like the rest of her hair tied into this like braided ponytail across her shoulder, and I love that style. It's super pretty, um, accentuated really well by the flowers in her hair. Her dress, I love the like big white kind of I guess you could say baggy dress. Baggy's the wrong word for sure, but accentuated with the green sash and the crossed little braiding there. Plus, she has, of course, being goddess of springtime and whatnot. She has the fruits and the plants on her arms and everything. And it's like it's just a really good design. Some people have said she has like this milf kind of attractiveness to her, and it's like, well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense considering she's Zagreus's mother. So it makes sense that they would go for that when designing her. The green eyes really pop too. Like she has a lot of green on her design, which again makes sense with the springtime focus, which actually helps make the eyes pop a little more. Above her though is Dusa. And it's like, yeah, I don't care. Dusa's really fucking cute. Um, and with Dusa, a lot of it is her personality for sure. But like, of course, when you make a character who's meant to be very cutesy and very likable, just in general, you want to make her design cute. And even though she's a floating Gorgon head, they succeeded in that. The rounded features and the almost like it's almost cat-like with the mouth is definitely helping in that. The snaggle tooth that pokes out as well. Um, the way her hair is specifically styled, with the one snake poking out holding the feather duster, just a really great design choice that helps her stand out. You see the other one kind of on the left side there that's enshrouded in the shadow and all. Um, I like that she has this little like headband on as well. It just she really stands out with a game that has so many great characters and great character designs. And it's not just because she's a floating head, but she does really stand out. But above her is Aphrodite because it's Aphrodite. Like if she's not near the top of anyone's list of attractiveness for this game, there's something off. Like that's literally her thing. The goddess of love, and for those who don't know, specifically goddess of sexual love. Um, Aphrodite is meant to be attractive, like excessively attractive. So it was a smart decision of the designers, honestly, to have her be butt naked here in her character art. Yeah, she's obviously blocked out by her hair in convenient censoring, but it is a smart decision for her character. It fits her to a T with the entire goddess of sexual love thing. Um, and with that, they also accentuate her curves, which again really fits into that kind of style and just overall theming. The pose specifically having her kind of like doing that almost comic book like leaning with her arm up and everything. It's meant to suggest sexuality. It's meant to suggest enticement. It works really well. And even though she's not really wearing much of anything, she does have some jewelry that stands out and is able to really be accentuated because of it. The sly and playful smile on her face also really helps with the kind of glowing pink eyes that are looking like right at the player. Just a really wonderful design. And yeah, obviously, going with all of that, I find her top tier attractive. She's super hot. But there are more above her, including Eurydice. Eurydice is just like, okay, you're going to take a character and elevate her to an entirely new level. The wood nymph design and everything is so perfectly realized here. I love the tattoos. Like the tattoos are just phenomenal. It's such a great decision. She has so many colors kind of going in with that wood nymph idea. I love that she holds the stick in her mouth and everything. She has the leaves hanging from her head, kind of like sideburn hair. Um, and then it's like the big tree hair up there is like tied up, it looks like. You see the tambourine for her musical side. You see those acorn looking things, which are probably like ingredient jars or something because she's a cook as well. You see, and she also kind of has like an almost like Asian inspired design, it almost looks like as well. So it's like, it's just really good. And she's just really attractive. The specific tattoos help with that too, obviously. Even the facial features. She has like this almost like, yeah, I know I'm hot kind of expression. Yeah, she's really hot. Um, but even above her, there are two more. So yeah, she was my number three. Forgot to mention that. But my top two. So my runner up is Dionysus. It's like the instant I saw him, it's like, oh my god, like you are gorgeous. um, like seriously, the first time I saw him, it's just like just instantly snapped into my head, and it's like, yeah, you're hot. Yeah, yeah. That was pretty much my reaction. It's just like I was stunned at how hot he is. Um, and it's really interesting too, because usually Dionysus is portrayed as like this old man, this old drunk. Um, so it's kind of fun seeing him portrayed as like this maybe late 20s, early 30s kind of dude bro. Excuse me. But I love his design. He has this very promiscuous outfit that doesn't really hide much, and he's not really trying. um, I love the grapes and everything because he's the god of wine and all. His staff is fantastic. That is just really a pretty staff. You have the drink in his hand that's kind of smoking, which hints at his powers in the game, his powers of hangover and whatnot. He has this like leopard skin cape, which is just like, dude, you are just you are working it. um, and the expression on his face, the lax pose he's in, and everything, it's just like, yeah, I'm good with you. Yeah. Moving on though, there is one above him. There is one who actually beat him out, and that would be Hypnos. This might be another surprising one, but yeah, there's not really much of anything else to say. It's just I find him really fucking attractive. He's just I love his design. I love the expression. I love his like golden eyes, which you can't really see too well in this image. um, and it's just like look at that. Okay, I'll try to zoom out here. Look at that. Okay, it doesn't show all of it. Never mind. Look at this cape, this robe he has on. He's sitting in it because it floats, and he's relaxing and resting because he's the god of sleep. His outfit. Look at his outfit. How his robe like cuts off at the top, and he has like this neck brace on covering up. It's like, oh my god, I love that. I love his hair. I love the sleep mask. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Like I've jokingly referred to him plenty of times as a sleepy little twink, and it's really funny to me, but it's like it's super fitting because he is. Um, and yeah, he is easily the most attractive character for me. Easily the one who just definitely gets to me the most. So yeah, Um, Sorry, over here. Those are my rankings for all of the characters in Hades, all 30, from least to most attractive, and kind of put into these unofficial tiers based on like what like I would say them as. Like again, why would you find this attractive? All the way to hell yes, take me please. Pretty much. Um, and it's like it's just astounding to me still that all these characters that the character designers and whatnot in Hades did this amazing of a job. I've seen so much great fan art, both safe for work and not. Um, I've seen plenty of like even original characters or designs for other Greek gods and stuff that didn't make it in the game, and it's just like it's inspired a lot of great creativity as well. And of course, people are shipping the characters. And of course, I'm shipping Dionysus and Hypnos, not just because they're the two hottest for me, but because I love the ship name being Slumber Party. It's adorable and I love it. um, but in all seriousness, yeah, it's like I just this is just the order for me. There's really not much of another way to put it. um, and this isn't necessarily the order of like favorite characters or anything. This is just like again based solely on attractiveness, though it's not that far off from favorite characters either, to be completely honest, because Hypnos is definitely my favorite and Dionysus definitely second, so it's almost pretty much spot on, which maybe you could see as a little sad that my favorite characters also happen to be the ones that I just am really super attracted to. um but I have fun with this game. It's really fun to play. Again, I've been addicted to it. I've been playing it, and I've beaten it multiple times now. I'm just trying to beat it with different weapons and everything. So I'm having fun just trying to get better at it. I'm doing fairly well. I get to Hades almost every time now, so there's that. um, but yeah, so tell me in the comments below who is your top tier hottest characters in Hades? Like, who do you find to be the most attractive? Or just who do you like the most? And have you played the game? Have you seen someone play the game? Tell me your thoughts on all of that and more in the comments below. And thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and for now, I'm signing off. See y'all next time.